Good morning and welcome back to our Mental Health Mondays. I'd like to talk today about that terrible 4-letter word, wait. In 2012, Daniel Goleman wrote a book called Emotional Intelligence. In it, he explored how one's EQ, which is the name given for social and emotional intelligence, is an important factor in our ability to navigate life well. EQ may be just as or possibly more influential to one's quality of life than IQ. One of the stories that stood out from his book was that of an experiment called the marshmallow test. In this experiment, children were placed in a room by themselves and given one marshmallow. They were told that if they waited 15 minutes to eat it, they would then be given a second marshmallow. One's ability to wait in this scenario is what researchers call the ability to delay gratification. The ability to wait, to delay gratification, has come to be seen as an important measure of emotional intelligence. I would say further that it's also an important measure of mental and emotional health. We've all been collectively asked to wait, to keep waiting in these past few months. Even with new guidelines and the relaxing of limits by the government, we're still being asked to wait at some level. I would just like to pause here and say that I would not have passed the marshmallow test as a kid. Actually, I'm not sure I could pass it now. I don't wait well. I'm that person who, in the group, if the wait for a restaurant is over 15 minutes, I'm out. When it comes to delay of gratification, my emotional intelligence is extremely questionable. The current situation, if nothing else, is most certainly an exquisite and unprecedented opportunity to improve our waiting game. It's an unprecedented opportunity to choose something other than our own immediate gratification. And for the most part, we're terrible at it. How do we wait well? We don't. Only God waits well. But we can most certainly grow in it. It is a chance to practice choosing something other than our own self-interest. It is a chance to care about something much bigger than my immediate needs and wants. Romans 8:23-25 contains this powerful phrase: "We groan inwardly as we wait eagerly." This phrase tells us several things: that waiting is both a work of groaning and suffering, and that waiting is also joyful anticipation. If you read much of the Bible at all, it's hard to escape the reality that waiting is a huge part of our lives here, as we live between the now and the not yet. As a model for waiting, I'd like to remind you of the parable of the prodigal son. In this beautiful parable, the father daily looks to the horizon for any sight of his son. He groans in his longing and his missing of his beloved child. The waiting of the Father, of God, is a suffering of anticipation. When his son finally does come staggering up the road, the waiting's over, and the father celebrates him with abandon. As we consider this parable, may we be people who learn to wait like this, groaning but expectant. And when it's over, may we be people who are not bowed down in regret or contempt or resentment about the waiting, about the losses, as the Father could so easily have been. But people who are able to receive now both ourselves and each other in all of our ragged imperfection, in greater and greater measures of gratitude, of acceptance, and of love.